Okay, it says I'm live here. Let's see. All right. Hello, 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 YouTube. And I'm going to go live on TikTok as well. How are you, everybody? So grateful to be here today. And today I'm talking about values. So, hello, TikTok. I'm doing a double live. Oh, actually, if I do this might work better. Let's see here. Okay, everybody. Today we're talking about, oh, this is not sitting properly. Today we're talking about values and values in work and business. And I put some of my values up on my YouTube live page. I put my values up because I wanted people to know about what is important to me in my business and in life. And I think that's important for all of us. I think this is going to be a lesson in realizing what your values are and knowing what they are because they are applicable to life and business. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Melissa. I'm a single mom of 3 children and Apollo, my golden retriever, who's sitting here with me as I do my lives. And I love coming on these platforms to talk about my business. But today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk about values because I went on a train people grow their digital marketing business. And I joined this group about 4 months ago, actually 4 months ago, the end of May. And it has changed my life. And it's changed my life because it's helping me to see all the benefits of doing an online business, which I've had an online business for a while, but this has really, of course, helped me. I'm still learning. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I live in Missouri. Let me know where you're joining from. I love how these social media platforms allow us to meet people all over the world. And actually, I will tell you a really quick story. Last week, I went on vacation for the first time by myself in years. I'm going on vacation with my children. And so I went on vacation and I took a cruise. And I met a woman from Mauritius. Now, have any of you heard of Mauritius? I've never heard of it. And I made friends with this beautiful woman named Christabel from Mauritius. Have any of you heard of Mauritius? Do you know where it is? If so, put a 1 in the comments. Mauritius is off the coast of South Africa and it's by Madagascar. I had no idea. Never met anybody from there. But this woman was beautiful and phenomenal. And we became fast friends on a cruise ship in the middle of the Caribbean. So that is the wonderfulness of traveling. I love to travel. Maybe some of you love to travel as well. And so welcome, 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 everybody. So grateful you joined me today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the values that I have in work and business. And I think some of us need to define those values as well. And what I'm learning by being in this digital growth community, I'm learning about being this community is that we need to go out there and talk about our values. What is important to us? Thank you for the hearts, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the hearts. I so appreciate it. And thank you for the follows. I actually just got home from this cruise and I went on this cruise because I want to be a paid public speaker, a professional public speaker. And I loved being able to do what I love in front of a group of phenomenal people, people who want to help me grow, people who want to help me excel in what I am passionate about. Are you like that? Are you all like that? Do you raise people up, lift people up, help people on their journey to success, on their journey to being the most passionate person about their work? Because this community that I am a part of, they help you do that. And I don't know if some of you are stuck in a 9 to 5. If you are stuck in a work that you absolutely cannot stand, but let me just tell you, your life is meant to be about thriving. It is meant to be about living, and it is not meant to be about going to a school, getting a job, going to a job your whole life, having a family, and retiring and dying. That is not living, you all. And so, if you are passionate about something today, I encourage you to go after it because when we do that, we find this energy within us that radiates to everybody else. Okay, So I'm going to go into what I value, first of all. And I know some of you won't even relate to anything I'm saying because you're not interested, and that's okay. Are the things that are important to me. And like I said a few months ago, I joined the digital growth community, and it is pushing me. It is pushing me to step out of my box and to do things more creatively and be in the flow of life. Oh, here comes my golden retriever. He wants me to pet him. And so I wanted to talk about values in work and in your personal life. It is an awesome community. It is an awesome community. Woo! I love it so much. It is amazing, you all. And if you're looking to get out of your 9 to 5, or you're looking for something that you can do as a side hustle, something on the side where you can make 100, 300, 600, $900, then you want to listen to what I am saying, because I know there is so many people who are stuck in their work. There are so many people who are getting let go of at their jobs. There's so many people who are sick and tired of being undervalued, underappreciated, underpaid. They are sick of it. And this is why I love my digital marketing business, because I can do my work anywhere, anytime, as long as I have a phone and Wi Fi. So last week, let me share with you, I was on a cruise. I told you that. I was on a speaker's cruise. I was learning to be paid professionally to public speak. This is why I went on this cruise. This is my dream. And I did not have Wi Fi. I did not have Wi Fi the whole week, pretty much. And so I wasn't able to come on my social media platforms. And so, therefore, I took a break, which was really, really, really great. And I don't know what you're talking about, but I loved being in the presence of other people and not having to worry about my phone, because one of my values in life is being a good listener. And what does it mean to be a good listener? It means you are present to people. You are present when people are speaking. You're not worried about looking at your phone or your computer. You are there in the moment, enjoying their energy, their presence, their whatever they're sharing. And I will share this with you as well. In the last week, I had so many people tell me like their deepest, darkest secrets. I was like, oh, my person tells me something in confidence, I'm gonna just like But it was great because it means that people trust me, and it means that people know that I will hold what they share in confidence. So that is one of my values. Put it in the comments if being a good listener is something that you value, because I definitely value it. I love the energy exchange between people. When someone is speaking, I'm listening. When I'm speaking, someone. The next one of my core values is, and this is the most important one, you all, is the spiritual part of me. I am a spiritual being having a human existence. And I, every single day, know that I operate from my spirit while I'm here. And everything I do, I look at, I watch myself. How do I interact with people? How am I supporting people? How am I learning from people? And it's not just people, it's places and things. And like I just told you, I met a woman from Mauritius last week. I met one from Jamaica who I became good friends with. I met one from the Philippines. And these people were complete strangers, but I engaged them and I listened and I wanted to get to know them. And they had something to teach me as well. And this is the part of the spiritual journey that I know a lot of people sometimes have trouble with, because do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Do you want to learn about new people, places, and things, or do you want to stay stuck and stagnant in life? Do you want to stay stuck where you are? Because I'm one of these people that I always am pushing my edge. And I know in the digital growth community, this digital marketing that I am doing, I am in a legacy builder program. I know with this program, I'm being pushed every day to get better at what I'm doing. And do you know what the outcome of that is going to be? It's going to be that I then make those things are important to you, where you are making more dinero or moolah, where you are connecting with other people who are like minded, and you want to be a part of a community that raises you up, that lifts you up, that is positive, that wants you to thrive and succeed. then you definitely want to go to the link in my bio and put your email in, because you will see people are in this community and people want to know how to do an online business, and the digital growth community will teach you that. And so if you're looking for something, because you're like me, let's say you're a single mom or a single dad, a woman, and you don't know how you're going to make it through the rest of your life with all the things that you need to pay for. And yes, oh, you're trying to live their dream. Well, then go to the link in my bio and put your email in, and you will start getting the information. This is what you receive when you put your email in. You will get a welcome video, and then you will get another video, and then you will see my website, and you will be able to determine and decipher and decide if this is something that you want to do. And I say this on every one of my lives. If you don't go investigate what's over opportunities repeatedly for your whole life. Okay, I'm going to share a story with you right here. I am an Akashic record reader. I have been reading people's Akashic records for many years. What does that mean? It means I'm reading your hard drive of your life, your database, every thought, word, deed, action, event you ever have had, are having, and will have. And I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've read hundreds of records. And actually, yesterday, I had a reading with this guy who I met in a park. I met him in a park walking the trail. I go to this park all the time, you all. If you want to know what spirituality means, go in nature. Get outside and go in nature. Nature is the truth of the world. And so I was walking along and I met this guy. His name is Nick, and he's from England. And we started talking. And he's like, oh, Melissa, you're an Akashic record reader? Well, I need an Akashic record reading. So yesterday he came for another reading. He's been to me many times. I have done many readings for him. I have helped him start a business, a very successful, hello, David. He started a very successful business of fighting gear. He creates this fighting gear. It's like boxing gloves and t-shirts, and he's become quite successful. And his records through me told him to do this business. And this business is now creating a lot of money. And so yesterday he says to me, Melissa, I've got this deadline. I need to get a bunch of money by Friday or my manufacturer is going to cut me off. And I opened his records and I said, you must stay with it. You must believe, you must know that the money is going to come in, that you have to just trust. This is what the records were saying to him. And guess what happened? Within an hour of his records, he got a $6,000 hit of money from somebody. I don't even know the guy who gave it to him, but he got $6,000 because he had faith and trust in himself. This is the spiritual peace, you all, that I am talking about. And if you feel lost and alone and you feel isolated and trapped by life, then you have to start investigating the spiritual piece of your life. As though life is against you until you start becoming more open to your spirituality. And I do not mean religion. I mean spirituality. And this is what I am meant to teach in the world, because people are lost and they feel alone. They feel isolated. They feel like there's no hope. And I felt all of those things, you all. I felt every single one of those things multiple times. The worst after the pandemic, the worst after the pandemic. And I know people are struggling, and I know people still feel it and have faith and get back out there. These are all the tools that I utilized to get back in touch with my spirituality. And so that is my number one value. That is one of my core values that I truly believe is missing for a lot of people. And even if you're an atheist or an agnostic, if you look at nature, you can see nature is the truth. And nature doesn't lie. And nature runs with cycles. And nature is something that we can look to for affirmation about what this world and who we really are is. We are part of that. And you have to get back in touch with that. If you want to thrive in life, you've got to start engaging that spiritual part of yourself. Okay, let's move on because I only have a certain amount of time. I mean, I have just been celebrating because I have had so many amazing things happen to me in the last week. I cannot even tell you. And it's all because I had courage. So, this is the deal. How many of you value having courage in your life? Because I do. I think that we don't talk enough about the courageous aspects of people. And there are people with tremendous courage every single day. And I saw some of them while I was on my cruise. And I could tell you some pretty ugly, horrific stories about things that I heard that people experienced. But what did it mean? It means they didn't let that experience stop them from trying to go forward, from trying something new, from making a difference in the world. And you all, these people who have started digital marketing and who are doing this digital marketing business, you got to go on social media if you want to be successful. You've got to get out there. You have to show up. You have to start helping people if you want to be successful. And so I know that I was told last week as well by a highly paid professional speaker who I didn't even know. He told us that we need to continue to show up for others. We need to continue to be present for people because people are looking for help, for guidance, for facilitation of reaching their goals and dreams. And there's a lot of people out there who want to make a lot of money. And I get that because that is one of the reasons why I joined this digital growth community was because my children had a lot of medical bills. I'm a single mother and all these medical bills came in back in April, at like March, April, May. And I was thinking to myself, how am I going to pay all these bills by myself? I get no financial support from their father, none, zero. And I have 3 children and I have a golden retriever and I live in Missouri. Let me know where you're joining from. But I knew that I was going to have to buck up and pay all these bills. And so I thought to myself, how am I going to bring in some extra money? Because I'm a women's empowerment coach as well. And I needed to bring in some extra money. And so I saw my friend in Minnesota. Her name is Carrie. And she brought in 30K in 3 weeks. And then she brought in 40K in 4 weeks. And I went ding, 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 ding. I need to connect with Carrie. She is doing really well, doing something. I have no idea what she's doing, but I need to know what it is because I need to bring in some extra income myself. And so I reached out to my friend Carrie and she said, go to my link, which I'm telling you all, if you want to know what this is, go to the link in my bio. It's firedupwithdailypay.com. And you can put your email in and you can learn about what this is, this digital marketing business. And so I saw her stuff and how much money she was making. I signed up and within 48 hours, I had my business up and running. And I was doing my business so that I could get proficient at this marketing stuff because I didn't know how to do it. Now, mind you, I am in another, as of today, I am no longer in a mastermind group that I paid high ticket dollar for you all. And this is did I give you 3 already? No, this is my third value in business and life. This is my third value. Honesty, this is 2 in 1. Honesty and integrity. Do you have honesty and integrity? Do you operate from honesty and integrity? Because I just was in a very expensive mastermind. I was in a very, very expensive mastermind, you all. And guess what? The mentor, she did not have honesty and integrity. And I paid her a lot of money. And I'm very disheartened at the fact that I see a lot of these high ticket guru coaches and they just want to bring you in and they want to charge you a lot and they want to make a lot of money. And then bam, once you're in, they don't care. They got your money and that's all they care about. Well, let me just tell you about Michelle. Michelle is the woman who started the digital growth community. She's a single mom like me. She has 6 children and her heart is so authentic and so honest. And she is such a beautiful, wonderful, amazing person that when I first saw the video that came through, after you go to the link in my bio, you will be greeted by Michelle and she will welcome you to the community. When I saw her and I realized how authentic this woman was, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I wanted to be a part of the digital growth community. And so, if you have any desire to see what this community is like, then I would encourage you and invite you to go to firedupwithdailypay.com. And if I said that too fast, just go to the link in my bio. But I know that being a part of this community is changing me. It is making me a different person. And I am courageous enough every single day that I can go live and come on these platforms. I am coming on because I have a lot to share, you all. I know people are struggling. I know people are lost. I know people feel hopeless. I know people feel as though their life is never going to change. Is it ever going to get better? Is it ever going to get better? Because I felt all of those things too. I felt them all. And I have been on a very, very stringent, you could say, spiritual journey for about 15 years, where I have read a lot of books. I have gotten a lot of certifications. I have mentored and held in energy and to understand the flow of life. But I'm only getting started, you all. I am only just beginning because I went through all of that shifting and changing so that I could offer my medicine to the world. And you all have your own medicine. You all have your own medicine that needs to be brought into the world. And if you think you don't, well, you're wrong. Oh, Mima, that was my mom. She was a grandma, and my children called her Mima. I love that. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Damaris. And thank you, Olmec. Is that how I say it? Let me know where you all are joining from because I would love to know. I'm in the middle of the USA in Missouri, and it is a beautiful, beautiful day here. But back to my story is that I've been on this spiritual journey for a while. And I know that when people come to me, they are looking for something, like they're seeking answers. We're always seeking answers, but you have to learn to trust in yourself. And you have to know your worth and your value. And you also have to know that you really are a spiritual being having a human existence. Did you know that? You're a spiritual being having a human existence. And so, why do people not want to start something? Why don't they have courage? Because you all are afraid of what will people think of me? What will I look like on social media? You know, what are people going to say? Like, how am I going to get out there? I'm nervous. I'm afraid. Well, when you step into it and you start doing it and bringing your medicine to the world, it will not only change you, but it will change everyone who is affected by your wonder and your beauty and your love and your compassion and your kindness, if that's what you bring to the table. And I said this on a Facebook Live I did today. I'm on Facebook. That's a platform I'm very familiar with. TikTok is something I just started a few months ago. YouTube, I've been on for a while, but I didn't do lives, and I'm live on YouTube now as well. But I know that a lot of people get worried about how people will perceive them. And one thing you have to get over is get over it and start doing it and start showing up, because we need more people in the world to bring love and kindness and positivity and warmth and compassion and generosity. We need that, you all. This is why our world is so broken. And we end up, if we watch and engage and we participate in the negativity and we get caught up in all of that, we're never going to move forward. And so, and I know there's a lot of that out there, but what do? I have learned to shut that out and not participate, not watch it, not engage with it. Because when I do, what does it do? It brings my energy down. It brings my vibration down. It brings my hope down. It brings my love meter down. And I don't want any part of that. I want to bring love and light and joy and peace to the world. And I will tell you, the digital growth community that I am a part of is trying to This woman, Michelle, and you can go to SKOOL and you can look up this community, the digital growth community. It's the number one community on School. And do you know why? Because so many people are engaging with one another, trying to help one another to be successful. Now, I'm going to ask you, put a one in the comments if you're in a business, or maybe you're in MLM, network marketing, and where are they, raising you up, lifting you up, telling you're like awesome and helping you to be successful. And I know in some of these places they do that. But there is a motivation as well for them because they're an upline, right? And you also maybe have a downline. I did MLM. I was in 3 MLMs and 1 direct sales. And I know that it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of dinero to be successful at network marketing. And actually, now what I'm noticing on social media is that there's a lot of people and a lot of these companies are going to affiliate marketing. They're not doing the levels like they were. They're doing affiliate marketing, I guess, because they see people are unhappy and disheartened with what's going on with the compensation plans. But with this business, you all, this business that I am doing, the Legacy Builder program, and I don't have my cheat sheet here. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I found it. This is my and I have to change my little mirror, and I have to mirror my video. So let's see. Is this mirrored now? Okay, yes. So this is my site, firedupwithdailypay.com. And actually, you can see, I have to get good at this. There are 4 digital products. And when you purchase, oh, yes, I know. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did not know how to mirror. And like 2 weeks ago, somebody from our community told me how to do it. And see, this is what I learned. I learned how to do something new. And I was, for weeks, I was doing it incorrectly. Weeks. And nobody told me. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Okay, but this program has, I support you too. This has master resale rights. What does that mean? That means that anytime you purchase one of these digital products, and let's say you buy the Launchpad for $100, you can go out and you can resell it for $100. Now, what I did was I wanted the whole shebang. And so I bought the Legacy Builder program. And the Legacy Builder program is $900. And I purchased the Legacy Builder from my friend Carrie, who I know, like, and trust, who's now made over $120K doing digital marketing. Yes, she has made over $120K doing digital marketing. So I love that I can turn around and I can share these products. Now, let's say you don't want to do master resale rights in regards to reselling one of these digital products. You are a brick and mortar, or you are somebody that wants to collect emails. Well, all you have to do then is purchase one of these products. I highly recommend the 900 because the 900 gives you the whole shebang. And on top of that, you get 8 bonus items when you purchase the Legacy Builder. But what will you receive when you purchase the Legacy Builder program? You will get 4 income streams. So you can start sharing and get 4 income streams of income. I already said that. And then what else do you get? Well, I told you all a few minutes ago that I set up my website and my funnel in 48 hours. So you get a website and you get a funnel. And you can start sharing those as long as your website is authenticated with GoDaddy, which is what I use. And so I had to pay a $29 website fee once I signed up, and you would have to pay that too. And then you will also have to pay a GoDaddy and a Microsoft email, which cost me $46. So for under $1,000, I was able to start an online business doing digital marketing in like 48 hours. And then when I started, we received this 7 days launch to profit model. And I followed that, and I got my first sale within 7 days. And then I got another sale a few days later and another sale. And now everything I'm doing is just icing on the cake. So I already made my money back in a week's time. But let's go to my next value as well. Oh, and let me just finish this. You get 3 to 4 live Zoom trainings every single week. And this is what spurred me to talk about my values to training last night that was unbelievably amazing. And I learned so much from this free training that I got from not our mentor, Michelle, but another woman in our community who does the tech aspect of our business. She helps with the tech stuff. And she did this awesome, awesome training on what are your values? What do you value in life and business? What is important to you? And I know that besides living my life from a spiritual perspective, honesty and integrity, courage, being a good listener, and clearing my karma. Those are my top five right now values. But I also know that being a present mother is another one of my top values. And this is why I do this business, you all, because I am a single mother of three children. And my ex husband has a lot of issues, and he is not a present father to my children, and he never has been. Ever since I left, it's probably gotten worse, but actually, I think recently maybe it's getting a little better. But what I want to say is, I was able to stay home and work from home the majority of the years that I had them. And I know there are so many single moms who wish they could be at home with their children because then they wouldn't have to put them in daycare. And they wouldn't have to put them in and being with them when they had their snack and doing their homework was critically vital for me. And that's why I love working from home. I love doing a business from my home because I can do this business and weave it throughout the other aspects of my life. Like my parents, I valued my relationship with my parents. And lucky for me, because I work from home, I was able to care for my dying, aging parents until their last breath. And so maybe you are somebody that caregives your elderly parents and you are stressed out because you got to go to work every day and you got to be away from your family, your life, and you have no time freedom and you're exhausted and you're one of these people who is at Costco on Saturdays, which drives me crazy. I never ever go to these big box stores on the weekends because it really like freaks me out. Like my energy gets totally shot going to these places. I cannot do it, you all, because people are running into each other with their carts. They're cranky. They're not smiling. And I am a very happy person, but I go into that store and I'm just like, ah, I can't stand being in these big box stores, especially on the weekends. But I know that's what working people have to do. I get it. I was a corporate mom as well. I worked in corporate America from the time I graduated college until I had my second child, which was, I think, 14 years maybe. Let me just think 21 to 31, 32, 33, 34, 14 years. So I was in corporate America for 14 years. So I know what it's like to have to get your errands done on the weekends. But I don't have to do that because I work from home and I do my business from my phone anywhere in the world as long as I have Wi-Fi. And last week I was on a cruise and I did not have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't do my TikTok stuff. I couldn't do my Facebook stuff. And anyway, to be honest with you, I don't like to tell people where I am or when I'm out of town because I think that is something that is private and that I don't want people to know that I'm out of town, maybe per se, because I'm kind of finicky about that stuff. So, needless to say, you can do this business from anywhere and you can weave this business throughout your life, which what does that give you? It gives you time freedom. It gives you an income coming in any time of day because this business is automated. You all, do you know what the power of automation is? Do you understand the concept? I did not. I did not get the automation thing. But what I have found is when people go to the link in my bio or they put their email in and they see this and they get connected to my funnel, then anybody at any time, anywhere, this is a global business, they can purchase any one of these 4 digital products and start their business. And so all this content that I have on social media, all of this content, anybody can go watch it at any time of day, anywhere in the world. And maybe I'm asleep as I have been. And I woke up and I've got 900 in my bank account because of their program. This is the power of automation, you all. This is the power of automation. And this is what social media can provide us with. We don't have to build a business on social media in just 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. So I know what you're probably thinking. I already have a 9 to 5. I'm too tired. I don't have the energy, but I'm going to share this with you. There's a woman in our community. Her name's Amy. And when we have a free webinar, if you're in my funnel, you can go watch our free webinar, which we have usually every single week. We have a free webinar. This week, our mentor is on a cruise. So we probably won't have one. I don't know for sure. But Amy was a woman who was working, she's a single mom, and she was working 16 hours a day, you all, 16 hours. And she has, I think, 2 girls, maybe 3. Don't quote me on that. But she was working 16 hours a day. And she started to do digital marketing. She actually went on TikTok to watch her daughter dance. And then she found our $1 million mentor, Michelle. And she decided to sign up and become part of our community. And guess what she did? She worked 2 jobs. She worked from like 7 in the morning until like 7 at night. I don't even know how long, but she was working 14, 16 hours a day. I don't even know, but a lot. And what ended up happening was she started doing, okay, I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you in 1 second. But what Amy started doing was she started going on social media and posting content before work. Then she posted content at her lunch hour. Then she posted content when she got home. Okay. So that was part of her workday, her 2 hour workday. The other time she said she was listening to trainings from our $1 million mentor. So she was doing trainings in the shower, when she was getting dressed, when she was putting her makeup on. She was listening whenever she could to the trainings in her car. She inundated herself, you all, with the trainings. And we have thousands of hours of trainings, thousands. And they are all included in this one-time price. But this is also what you can do in your 2 hour workday. So this is basically breaking down the 2 hour workday. You have to post on social media. You have to post content. 3 pieces of content is what they recommend. And one of those, a live on Instagram. I do not use Instagram. I don't know how to use it. And so or Pinterest or LinkedIn, you can use any social media. You get trained on all of them. So you can go on the social media platforms, you post content, you do lives. And yes, that's exactly right. So they go live all the time, breaking down in the Legacy Builder program. What else do you do? I get text messages from people all the time. How do I do this? What is this, Melissa? What are you doing? I have a lot of followers on Facebook. So I get a lot of people reaching out to me on Facebook. I get live because they don't understand what this is. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Selling with confidence. Now, I don't know what that is, but what I do know is that it appears as though everything that is in our program, the Legacy Builder or the Digital Growth Community, has been copied and put in that. I found my friend Carrie in Minnesota. She is a coaching buddy of mine from another program. And she is somebody that was posting on Facebook. And I was watching her make thousands and thousands of dollars doing this digital marketing thing. So I know nothing about other digital products, but there's a lot of people in our community that have looked into other digital marketing programs, products. I just don't, because when I saw my friend Carrie and I knew that whatever she was doing, I trusted. And so I just bought this, you all. I have no clue about all these other programs. And I am not going to jump. And this is what I've noticed. People in our community have jumped to that SWC. And I really don't understand. Besides, I think they copied a lot of what's in the digital growth community. But I do know this. If you continue to jump and jump and jump to other products, and I've talked about this a lot on my lives, if you continue to jump and an authority, And people are going to see that you just keep jumping, and be really an expert or an authority on something if you just keep chasing the next shiny object. You've got to be committed, you all. And this was really hard for me. I am a shiny object chaser. I will admit it. My coach, I have another coach, she calls me, and I don't know if she's totally true, an adrenaline junkie. She calls me an adrenaline junkie. And it's probably because I'm a fire walk instructor, I'm a glass walker, I am a board breaker. I love to try new things. And so I am very daring. I push my edge and I do chase a lot of stuff, you all. But I have reached a place in my life that I know if I don't stick with something, people are never going to see that I am an expert or an authority. And therefore, I have made a commitment to do this digital marketing business. I've made a commitment and I'm doing it with Digital Growth Community, and I am a legacy builder. And I see this community as being not only winning because of the amount of currency people are creating and the help that everybody is giving everybody in this community. I know there's single moms out there just like me who can't sleep at night because they're in worry. 7,000 women who are wanting to get a divorce, getting a divorce, are divorced, or are going through all of this CRAP love because we're scared. We have residual feelings of being trapped and isolated and alone. And what's my passion? And where's my courage? That's why I'm a women's empowerment coach, because I was in that space as confidence. They don't have, this is one of the biggest things that we have an issue with as women. And I know in the digital growth community, we're not having this issue. And that is women don't know how to support women. System did to us. And we've got to get out of that, ladies. We've got to get out of that feeling that, and I am trained in this. I am a women's sacred for years. And I know how women feel. We feel like we can't share our hearts with each other because we will be attacked or we will be persecuted or we will be each other. We became fast friends. And she did something on the cruise ship and she wanted to tell me. And she's like, I would never share this with another woman because I was afraid of what she would think of me. I was afraid of what she would say or how she would judge me. And I said, I have zero judgment. I have zero supporting women. We need this, you all, because the divine, have you heard the quote? The Western woman will save the world. We've got to buck up, ladies. We've got to step into our power. We have got to bring the divine feminine energy to the world. It's needed. And I know doing this did my medicine to the world. And these are my values, you all. This is what, no matter what you're marketing, you're going to bring your medicine, your personality, your uniqueness to the world. And we need it. Is clearing my karma. Do you know what karma means? And some people always think of karma as like, oh, it's going to bite you in the butt. It's coming back to you. No, karma means cause effect of a toned body. What do? Put it in the comments. Tell me what you do. If you want a toned physique, if you want to get your body in shape and you want to maybe lose some weight or you want to reach a goal dress size or pant size, what do? You work on yourself and go to the gym and maybe you change your diet, but it doesn't happen overnight. But what is the cause of what you want the effect to be? You go and you peace and joy and compassion. And maybe sometimes you do receive back some negativity. Here's a tip for you. I'm going to teach you. Return to sender with love. I have this happen to me and I'm a very high. And what do? I return to sender, or you can do this. I brush it off. Because this is the cause and effect thing. If you go out and you want to help people and you're bringing valuable information and you utilize, you will receive back those things. This is a universal law of cause and effect. Now, some of you probably are like, but how do I earn the money? I'm going to tell you, this is Akashic Records. I gave him the information from the Akashic Records, and within an hour and a half, nothing to do with digital marketing, nothing. But he is somebody that I closed his records. He went on his merry way. And at an hour and a half later, he is texting me like, Melissa, oh my gosh, you're never going to believe this. I just got $6,000. Oh my gosh, and he has a deadline, you all. He needs a bunch of money by Friday. And so he needed this reading so that I could help him in his life. And now he got 6 grand, like in a matter of an hour and a half of surrendering, because he didn't know what to do. He had no idea how to get this money in his life. And all I did was affirm what he already knows, that we are meant to be prosperous and abundant. But I will tell you this as well. You've got to trust that the universe is on your side. You've got to anchor that in, you all. You've got to anchor it in, and you've got to show up and do forget. And it's a big, big, big part of life. And you have to choose it. And you have to connect and have that relationship. And I don't mean religion, I mean spirituality. And when you have that, the world will open up for you, and you will learn lesson after lesson after lesson. And I know some people, they don't really care about that, and I get that. But if you're one of these people who is sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you don't have where we feel so to that space, you all, we don't have to get there. Because you remember what I just said a little bit ago? This word pour, passing over opportunities repeatedly, is maybe something that you do. And maybe you're getting that knock at the door all the time, and you just don't want to open it because you're afraid of what's on the other side. So I would highly encourage you, and I'm going to get off here in a couple minutes because my daughter, it's her birthday today.com. That is the link that you can go to check out what this business is, to see what it is. And if you don't know what it is, don't make a judgment because you have no idea what it is. And I know there are a lot of people out there who think, they're skeptical. Well, then go check a space for nature abhors a vacuum. So when you get rid of something, then you're wired up with dailypay.com and just go, if you want to go buy a new car. But people go and collect the facts, and they go investigate before they make a purchase. And so go and look, go to Fired Up with to be able to see what these digital products include. And then you will know. And then you can say, oh, this is something new from anywhere in the world, as long as you have a phone and Wi-Fi. Oh, shoot, I'm doing that little post. I didn't know what it was. And I thought to myself, what is that? But you know what? I was in a high ticket guru coaches, and she's not honest, and she's not in integrity. So that's what you're doing. When you invest in yourself, the universe always helps you to reap what you sow. And sometimes it's not monetary, but your energy into it. This is a business, you all. You can't open a brick and mortar and then close 4 days a week and think you're going to make a profit. You can't. I mean, that's just logic, people. That is just logic. So if you want an online business and you want to be successful, you've got to focus. You've got to immerse yourself in it. And you know what? One of the biggest things, and I will share this,